Hello, my name is Matthew Grant and I'm the editor of Aquent's corporate blog known as the Talent Blog. And I snuck here into my private bunker and plush studio, the way I like to think about it, to talk about basically a lot of people losing their jobs. We've had 1.9 million jobs lost since the beginning of this recession last December, as they recently informed us. And in November, just last month, we had the most job losses for 1 month in 34 years. Okay, so things are bad, and let me just say up front, look, I've been out of work, I've been looking for work, I've been between jobs, I've been totally broke, so I know what it's like. I know how stressful it can be, and I know what a bummer it can be, frankly. It makes you feel bad. I remember walking down the street, looking at Dunkin' Donuts, thinking, I can't buy a donut. It's bad. But I'm here to say a couple things. First of all, that you got to keep your head up, as I think Tupac Shakur said many years ago. And I'll tell you why. There's always going to be hope, and it might not be easy to hear, or you might not even believe it when I say it, but I'll tell you a little story. Years ago, it must have been over the Christmas holiday or something. I was at my parents' house and I was broke. I was in between jobs. I quit my job. I didn't have a job yet. I didn't have any money. I couldn't buy people Christmas presents. So I made them collages. I tried to get creative. Anyway, I was talking to a friend of my parents about not being able to find work and kind of what a drag it was. And he was like, well, I hear all these people talking about how bad the economy is, and, I look around at me, somebody's working. I wanted to, walk out of the room right then. But I've thought about that a lot since he said it, And so the first thing is, yes, it's bad, and if you're out of work, it's bad, and it feels bad, and you can feel a lot of pressure and stress about that. But you have to remember, it is possible. It's going to be possible to get work, to get a job. Especially, I think, frankly, the people who work for Aquent, primarily in sort of creative and marketing space. These are jobs that people need, especially even in the downturn of the economy. People are going to need to be advertising more. They're going to be having to work harder to get more clients. They're going to have to be impressing people more. They're also going to have to be saving money and doing it in an efficient way. So if you've got the skills, particularly if you've got digital skills and you're able to manage marketing programs online, things like that, you actually have a good chance, because these are things that they're not going to go away, and in fact it's going to be the stuff that people are turning to as they're trying to get out of the economic problems that they're having right now. Second of all, I would say, sometimes when you're between jobs, and I know if you got to pay, you got to make rent, and you got bills and stuff like that, obviously it's stress. But sometimes this is a little bit of a breather, and it's rather than panicking or trying to figure out exactly how you're going to get work and who you're going to get work from and where you're going to get work from, who you're going to work through. Think about what you might be able to do in this interim time, what you might be able to do to build your skills. You actually have some time now. So, one of the things people talk about is kind of social media. So that's the big thing now. I just wrote on my blog the other day about Twitter. I'm kind of getting obsessed with Twitter. But, if you have more time, Twitter is a really great and effective networking tool. It's a way to meet people in your area, a way to make networking connections all over the world, frankly. And it's hard to actually do Twitter and things like that when you're at work, but when you don't have work, this is a chance to reach out, build connections, and network. One of the things I've consistently said on my blog is that if you want to get work, the best way to get work is through your network and through personal recommendations. We have found that we place more people who come to us through personal recommendations from other people we've worked with, either for clients or talent, than people who just apply to jobs we posted online. It's really the best way. It's just like people say, the advertising message, and if a friend recommends something to you, you're much more likely to buy it or use it than just because you saw an ad for it. So now you do have this time while you're trying to make things happen, where you got some time on your hands, but you actually have the most incredible tools available to make connections and reach out to people, things that never existed. And when I was broke before, they didn't exist. I had to hustle around, send letters and stuff like that. You don't have to do it. So work on your LinkedIn profile, work on your Facebook page. Do you have a blog? Are you communicating with the world? And it's not, you have to remember too, if you are going to get into blogging, you're going to try to promote yourself and things like that way, or to really just make connections, the best way to do that is to help people and to help others. Well, they're more or less the same thing, I guess. but it's helping people out, and that's the way to get into things. Don't feel like you gotta wade into Twitter or wherever you're gonna go and come up with a bunch of profound thoughts. Start boosting other people's stuff, saying, look, I thought this was really great, that what this person pointed out. Start sharing it, start retweeting the things like that. Start making connections. Start recommending your friends for jobs. Just trying to help people out. The more you help people, the more connected you're going to be, and also the more, I don't know, it's cheesy to say, kind of what goes around comes around, or pay it forward sort of thing, but it's an investment in a community that will repay itself. And the third thing I did want to say is, you know, just be good to yourself. And let me stop, because that felt glib the way I said that. Just to reiterate, first of all, I'm saying there's hope. Keep your head up. Second of all, I'm saying use this time to develop your network and meet people. Third thing I'm saying is use this time to develop yourself, develop your skills, and cultivate things that are really important to you. People keep talking about this stuff like follow your passion, etc. I don't know if that actually works. I found over time, and this first through Tempin and then working through Aquan, that I was eventually able to do things that really matter to me, and things that are really important to me, and things that mean something to me, and things I enjoy doing, like writing and talking to you and this sort of stuff, giving people advice, helping people out. And now, when you've got some downtime, I mean, years ago, and I think I mentioned that in one of my posts, I was broke, busted. I was temping a little bit, but it was very sketchy. I didn't have the skills that were really in demand, strictly speaking. But so what I was a musician. I was trying to be a musician, so I recorded a demo. I did a 4-track and did this whole thing, and it was really fun. And I felt like, yeah, it was depressing to be out of work, but there was something that came out of it, and it was creative, and it gave me hope, and it kind of inspired me, and I was able to move things forward out of that. So in this time too, it is a time for you to build and grow and take care of yourself and do things that you actually enjoy doing. Don't feel like it's just got to be a hustle and you got to pound the pavement and every day's got to be a stress until you've like locked something in. I understand there are pressures, but also think, you know, what are there things that I could do that are fun, that now, again, you have a way of sharing all that stuff, you know, in 2 seconds with the whole world, and that's something to take advantage of. So, first foray into video here at Aquan. I'm Matt Grant. Just remember, keep your head up, build your network, get out there, and cultivate yourself, and do something for yourself, and share it with the world, and help other people out, and that's going to get you through. This time, it's going to get you through every time. Thanks.